about closing the door. And lately I think of it more. I'm living well out of my time. I feel like I'm losing my mind. I should be at the table round, a servant of the crown, the keeper of the sign, to sparkle and to shine.
What's up, Cyberspace Cadets? That's right. It's Sunday. You know what that means? It's time for some ice cream. Your weekly dish of ice cream. And the concept is simple behind this. Why I call it ice cream. Most people consider ice cream to be a treat, as do I. And also a treat to me is talking to and learning about somebody I find to be interesting or fascinating. And such is the case, especially with this person. I caught her in one of memes. A myriad of streams that he does, and it's usually when my gut tells me something, I go with it. I've learned to trust my gut on this kind of thing, and so I'm going to introduce tonight's guest, the lovely Laura Lee. Thank you for showing up, and we'll go to the room where we can see you.
Thank you for having me.
Well, all right. So the way that I usually do this, I usually start at YouTube, and then kind of work our way into who you are, and then when we're done, we'll be kind of back at we won't be back at YouTube, and talk a little bit more about that, maybe a little more philosophical on it. Let's say hey to some folks in the chat before we get rolling. I see the memes of destruction. I mentioned you, bro. Sharadi, what's up? It's been a while, man. I haven't seen you in a while, Sharadi. Wiggy Savage Paranormal. Dude, greetings. Straight Sith Male, of course. Sir Adamantine, greetings. It's nice to have a good group. We got a good quality group of folks today. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, it's looking good. I mean, memes is kind of not quality, but there you go. Scraping the bottom of the barrel there with memes.
oh, now.
I love you, memes.
Yeah. He's the Yankee that keeps on yanking. Whoops. Well, I do have that, so I can actually use it now. There we go. So, all right. How long have you been around YouTube, and what was the main reason that you decided to start, streaming or uploading content?
About 2 years, and it started off as just a hobby, something to do because I was bored. And then I have depression and anxiety, and I realized it was starting to give me a focus on something to take that away a little bit. And that's when I really started getting into it about a year ago and started to do live streams. And it's just sort of snowballed from there. Content out, and I've been doing a hell of a lot of live streams lately as well.
Sweet. All right. So, what's the idea behind the person that you bring to the YouTube? Is it? Are you a character, or is that all you, or is it part of you, or?
She's a character, but she is me. She's the me that hasn't got the anxiety and the depression, the show off, the one that I'm the mask that I put on every day to people that don't really know me.
Oh, I see.
Obviously, behind closed doors, it's a completely different story. I'm a nervous wreck, but it is a character. It's a mask I put on my makeup, and just go on and enjoy myself.
Yeah, a little internet armor, as it were. I get that, man.
Yeah, my is my armor.
So, all right. So here's a question I ask everybody: is there a food from your childhood that you hated, and now as an adult you've grown to like it? Actually,
yeah. There were two, actually, eggs and cheese, which are really weird. But I absolutely love them now, and I'll have cheese on everything. But I wouldn't touch them when I was a kid. I hated them. There was no way.
That's cool. Kind of staying in the kid realm, who would you say was the most influential person on your childhood?
Probably myself. To be fair, for getting through my childhood. I had a pretty bleak childhood, so I think props to myself for going through what I went through and still being here to this day.
Well, you want to talk about that a little bit?
proper rules. So yeah.
Um, you want to go into what you mean by bad, or
I was adopted at a very young age and then put into care after being adopted. Took away from my brothers. I had a pretty abusive life in care. Kicked out at 16 to live on the streets because that's the money stopped now for your care. And then goes into a pretty bad adult life as well. So yeah, but I'm not here for sympathy. It's just
right.
I mean, by not being any role models in my life and me being the only person I had to depend on. So yeah.
Well, you have to live the blues to be able to sing it. I think that it makes this. It's like a fire that makes iron harder. It's liquid at first, but it'll be harder after it hardens. I don't know. I think like that. It can be a crucible or a forge. So all right. So what kind of kid? All right. It sounds like you were. How did you? How did you behave? What kind of behavior did you do?
Oh, I was a complete tearaway. Yeah, I was the kid that was always running away and going to nightclubs underage, and before that, I was a bit of a tomboy. I was into climbing trees and fixing cars, making tree houses, hanging around with the lads, and just having fun, basically. So yeah, it was quite interesting.
Cool. So is Christmas a meaningful time to you?
It hasn't been that good the last few years, but yeah, I do like to have a meaning at Christmas. If I had someone to share it with, it'd be more interesting,
Yeah.
But sitting here with the dog, it's a bit boring.
So do you have a favorite Christmas television show, special, movie?
Yeah, love the film It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
It's an old film, but I absolutely love it.
Yeah. It is a great movie. I'll lasso the moon for you. I'm sorry. I kind of sometimes I get lost in my own shit.
I do all the time.
It's called living, right?
Yeah.
So if you could go back in time and talk to little Laura at the age of 8, what would you tell her?
Oh, God, I don't know. I really don't know. That is such a hard question. Just to keep strong, keep going,
Right.
and
So
do what I was doing.
what was school like for you?
I was bullied pretty badly, so I ended up in like a centre for people with learning problems and stuff, and who were bullied. But I got all of what I needed to get to pass my qualifications. I went to
Right.
college for a few weeks, dropped out, and got a job because I got kicked out of the care home. So, yeah, I went to college for equestrian studies because I'm really into animals and
Oh, wow.
love horses.
Right. So do you ride any?
Not anymore, but I used to ride all the time. Absolutely adored it.
That's awesome.
You feel so free when you're riding.
Yeah. And it's interesting because of my sister and another friend of mine are like, it takes a certain type of personality to be attracted to horseback riding, and they're usually really focused, laid back people, hard headed.
Yeah.
That I'm not, that I've known in my life. So what's the craziest thing you did as a kid?
There's quite a few. I don't know if I should say. Probably stole a car, drove it to the children's home, did donuts in the garden, and drove off again. That was quite amusing at the time. That was quite amusing at the time. A bit embarrassed about it now, but yeah.
So talk about the first time you got fucked up.
That was on mushrooms. That was on fucking magic mushrooms in a caravan in some woods, and I ended up I didn't know where I was, what I was doing. I had like tunnel vision, I was seeing 80-foot cartoon spiders, and it was just the weirdest thing ever. And I've never done them since. Never. That scared the life out of me.
What about music? What was the first album you ever owned?
Oh, Meatloaf, Bat Out of Hell.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I absolutely adored Meatloaf.
It's an excellent
He was
song.
like my getaway when I was a kid.
It's an excellent album. Especially, I love Paradise. It's a good song.
I had it on record as well. It was amazing.
So did you ever see him in concert?
No, I would love to have.
So who have you seen in concert? Who was your first concert?
I haven't really seen any concerts, to be fair.
Okay.
I'm still trying to go to one, but yeah, it never happens. Something always comes up.
I totally dig that. So what about when it comes to music? Who's your guilty pleasures?
Well, I absolutely adore Volbeat and Avenged Sevenfold. My guilty pleasure would have to be Celine Dion.
There you go. I love it. That exactly. That's cool. So
Embarrassing.
okay, so you get out of school, and so what happens? What do you end up doing?
I got married at 18.
Okay.
Had a son. Left the husband a year and a half later. String of bad relationships. And I'm here. Sat here today. Single, care in the world. My big fat smelly dog laying on the bed next to me.
So okay. So what about what would you say was the happiest day of your life?
Every day that one of my children was born.
Okay.
Definitely.
All right. So how many kids do you have now?
I had 4 that were born alive. So yeah, 4 very happy days.
Are they still with you, or?
2 of them have moved out. They're older. One of them has a daughter, so I'm a grandma.
Oh my God, you don't look old enough to be a grandma, dude.
Yeah, I'm 40 in March. I'm definitely old enough. Yeah, and I had a little boy as well who's not with us anymore.
Oh. Okay. I don't know if you want to talk about that, but you know.
Murdered at 15 months old by an ex-partner of mine.
Holy shit.
The ex-partner has been given life with a minimum of 26 years.
Holy shit. Wow.
Yep.
I had no idea.
No, I don't tend to put it out there a lot.
Right. So how have you? All right. So how did you cope with that? I mean, you know, how do you get over that? How do you get through that?
I haven't got over it. No.
Right.
If I ever get over it, I'll let you know when you get over it. But no, it's been 10 years and I've never got over it.
Mm-hmm.
That was probably the worst thing that ever happened in my life. So yeah.
That's just you know, I can't imagine the heartbreak of that kind of pain. But you know, it's like the people that love us, you know, they want us to keep moving on, right? Whether they're there or not. And I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
So yeah, the next question says, do you have any scars? And explore.
Yeah, I have a 16 stitch scar on my knee where I fell on some corrugated iron, running around as kids do. I was messing about on a roof, fell off of it onto some corrugated iron and ripped my knee, and ended up with 16 stitches in it. So that was pretty bloody painful.
Nasty. Yeah, I bet that hurt like shit.
Yeah, it did.
What's the most recent accident you had?
Oh Christ, I haven't had one for ages.
Okay, well, we can move on. I just thought I'd throw that out there.
My ex-boyfriend.
What
Yeah.
what was that?
My ex-boyfriend, the most recent accident I had.
Oh. Okay, so talk about your history with relationships. What?
Really? Very bad. Yeah. None of them nice people.
Do you think
Cheaters,
maybe
beaters, liars, the
right?
usual.
So, but are you drawn to like a type anyway?
Yeah, I seem to be drawn to really nice guys that are really nice until you're actually in a committed relationship with them, and then they turn into assholes all of a sudden. That
That's,
type.
yeah. Yeah. I don't, people. I don't get it. Um. So, all right. Let's kind of shift gears here, metaphorically. What about? Um, are you into like muscle cars?
Yeah, I love modded cars. I used to be really into them. Fast and Furious, absolutely buzzed off the films. Mitsubishi Eclipse Spider has got to be my favourite one.
Oh wow, what a beautiful car.
Yeah, it is stunning.
So what about food wise? What's your like your favorite dish?
Oh, I love Italian food, so like lasagna and spaghetti and
Mm.
pizza, obviously.
Now, so,
Yeah,
man, I got a
sausages.
friend all right, that told me all right, over in the UK that people put corn on pizza. Tell me that's not true.
Yeah, they do. Some people do.
I just don't get that, man. I don't understand it. Why?
Yeah, they
Um,
do.
oh shit. So all right, what about guilty pleasures food wise?
Chocolate, obviously.
Yeah,
Yeah, and most types of chocolate.
yeah,
I'm not really a salad eating type of girl in the first place. I'm more of a steak eating girl. I like my food. Um,
right.
yeah, so salad and like rabbit food, it doesn't do it for me that much. So yeah, I have quite a lot of guilty pleasures when it comes to food.
Well, it sounds like who wants a twig? You know what I'm saying? I want a girl that can help me lift the couch.
Quite good at
um,
moving furniture.
yeah, or a body, just
Yeah, everybody. I've done that a few times.
Well, all right. So what? All right. What about movie? All right. So let's talk a little bit. Let's get into what kind of entertainment are you into?
Movie-wise, horrors and stoner comedies,
Right.
definitely. Yeah.
Right. What's your favorite stoner comedy?
Ooh, it's a toss-up between Friday and How High.
Oh wow. Yeah, I love Pineapple Express. It's
Oh
fucking
yes, that
funny.
is a brilliant film.
It's good, isn't it? Let's see. So staying with that, you said horror. Wow. There's so much there. What's the best recent horror film you've seen recently?
Recently, it's been a while. I I like the series type films, like Saw, and the Hostels, the ones with the series of films in them.
Right. Oh, I see. Right with
Yeah,
the
I absolutely love them, and Saw especially because it's very psychological.
yeah. Some very tense shit too.
Yeah,
Like shit that makes you go, cringe you.
I kind of agree with him though. If you're in that position, you do value life more.
Yeah.
It makes sense in a way.
Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of like what we were talking about with the singing the blues. You know, how can you sing the blues if you've never lived the blues, right?
Yeah.
It's a similar kind of thing. So sorry, I was doing a little mod. Say hi to some people. Lucy Luxor, I don't know who you are, but welcome aboard.
She's a good friend of mine. Hi, Lucy.
Hannibal O'Neill, what's up, my man? Did you hear about Kobe? A very famous basketball player was killed today.
Yeah.
And
Helicopter crash.
Yeah, his kid was with him too.
It's really bad. He's only 41.
Zell, holy shit! You be good, be nice, boy.
No, I require a strong black coffee and a big fat joint to wake up in the morning.
I heard that,
That's
man. It's one shot. Holy moly! He said, I just.
Did I say something wrong?
Have you met some of these guys? Do you know like Hannibal O'Neill?
No.
I mean, I see you streaming a lot, with all these different people and shit, and it's kind of cool, because it's like almost like you roll dice, and it's like what group you got today, and you tend to attract the men's because you're so attractive. She's very pretty.
Thank you. I don't believe you, but thank you.
I understand. I understand. It's So, what would you say the guilty pleasure movie was?
Oh no, do I have to admit this? Frozen.
Nice.
Frozen.
Ding.
Don't kick me off.
That's fine, man.
Yeah, Frozen.
You're a female. You know what you're doing. Trippy Cass, what's up? Hannibal. Hereditary. Have you ever seen that horror film? Oh my God.
Yes.
Yeah. Hereditary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a couple of years ago.
I know, man. Crazy film, man. All right. So, if you have questions for Larly, get them together and jot them down on paper. So I'll open up the last 10 minutes for questions from y'all. And come on, y'all. Let's be civil here, okay? And I know you can be. It's a good, friendly bunch of people. It's a hug box. Hey, Flipper. That's right. Flipper says hi.
Hi. Can I strip your dolphin?
Are you into anime? Do you ever watch anime?
Yeah, sometimes. I really love Seo. I don't know if you've ever seen Seo, Sword Art Online.
No. Tell me about it.
It's brilliant. It's about a boy who gets stuck into a computer game, and if you die in the computer game, you die in real life.
Oh.
It's like a virtual reality thing. You've got to up all the levels, and he basically gets a group of people together and gets to the end of the levels through all these challenges, and right at the end he gets there. But it's just a really, really good series. I absolutely loved it. And Full Metal Alchemist as well. That was good.
Yeah, that's very popular.
Yeah.
The whole movie was horrible. The live action movie. The live action movie, I liked the Japanese Death Notes. I hated the Netflix Death Note, but anyway.
There's not that much good stuff on Netflix.
They're really reaching with the fucking politics. What about, all right, so who's your favorite anime character? Or one that you might identify with?
I really don't know.
Okay. Let's
Has to
see.
be one of the two main girls out of SEO.
Okay.
I can't remember things offhand.
Hannibal wants to know if you prefer indica or sativa.
Indica. It seems to be more chilling for me.
Yeah, me too. Gives you a good body high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Get that calcium going. It's like, see, that's, it's finally something I can talk about now. It's like, oh, yeah, I know how to get stoned. And I'm fucking
So
good at it. I'm good at it.
it's what I do all day, every day.
So, all right, what about tattoos? Do you have any tats?
Oh, I've got loads.
Oh,
I've
wow.
got a heart plus 8 other tattoos.
All right, you want to talk about a couple?
I have a large scorpion on my leg with roses around the bottom of the claws. I have a half sleeve which is in memory of my son that I talked about earlier,
Right.
and it has like red roses and stars and the child loss symbol on it. I've got butterflies with my kids' names on, a rose on the back of my shoulder. I have a cover up on my engagement finger. Big mistake. And I have a cannabis leaf, which I'm getting quite well known for, on my middle finger, on the other hand. So, yeah.
That's cool. Oh, man. Sorry about that. Wow. Tell me about the scorpion. What is that? Why a huge scorpion on your leg? Is it like on your thigh?
I was very stoned, and my friend came around and said he wanted to practice some tattoos. So pick one, and I did, and I got it for free.
Oh, wow.
Just sit there and put up with it, and yeah, it's okay. It's not bad.
Yeah. Does it like cover most of your leg or what?
The top half of my leg. Yeah, most of that.
Oh, wow.
It's quite big.
Sounds kind of hot.
Yeah, it looks sexy when you've got a short skirt on in the summer.
I bet. Dude, I'm just saying, guys, she's available. I'll do the match. I'll be a yenta here. All right. What about any piercings?
Just my ears and my nose. Yeah,
Right.
I've got my ears done like 4 times on each side, and my nose is done with a little stud in it.
Yeah, I can't imagine getting my nipples pierced. I just don't
My
understand
nipples pierced now.
that kind of pain. I know. That's why I mentioned it. It's like I don't know, what do you say? And it's like, why in the fuck would you get your nipples pierced? I was like, 'cause I don't know. 'Cause I wanted to. I don't know. If you could go back in time and spend a week with anybody out of history, who would it be?
Does it have to be someone famous?
No.
My son, obviously.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah, my son.
So, what job would you be terrible at?
Anything where you've got to be nice to people. I don't get on with people very well usually.
Yeah.
Not in real life. I prefer to put my head down and walk past them. I'm more animal oriented. They've never hurt me, so you kind of get used to having them around.
What was your first pet?
My first pet. Oh, she was a red tabby cat called Poppy. She died at 16 years old, so she was quite old.
Wow.
And yeah, she was beautiful. We had her from a kitten. And
So-
I currently have a big, smelly dog. He is an English Mastiff cross Rottweiler, and he's 10 years old.
Oh, wow. So he's half Rot and half Mastiff?
Yeah,
Holy shit.
Beautiful.
How big is that dog?
he's big. He's about 6.5 stone. It's 41 kilograms.
In American, that would be about 90 pounds, 95 pounds.
I haven't got it.
I'm translating for Americans. She said the caravan earlier, and to us that's a trailer. Okay, just trying to translate the Brit. Yeah, not everybody understands Brit stuff. I do. I've got a lot of British friends, so I can translate that shit. You know, for the less.
For the people that started to spell the language wrong. Joke, guys, please don't come and kill me or whatever.
I got a thing for spelling, though.
Wait, do you mean like you're good at it?
Like nowadays, well, I mean, people just can't. Anyway, they can't. They can't spell.
No, I'm quite good at spelling. I was always good at English.
I bet you can add and subtract.
Really crap. I can do it.
It's the new way they're teaching people how to do math over here. It's fucking crazy. So, all right. What's the weirdest smell that you've ever smelled?
Oh, wow.
These are some irate specials. I got some specials for you.
I was going to say I've really smelled anything weird. I mean, gross, yeah, but not weird.
Well, I mean, you know.
Something that's come out of my dog's ass. That's just rank.
Are you talking about flatulence or just like poop? Or,
yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Flatulent. When he farts, basically. Disgusting.
Blasting gas. From the
and he's a big
ass. That giant dog, too. Yeah, I bet. I bet that's an experience. Yeah, see, I love huge dogs like that. Jesus. Oh, master.
Into swap for a Chihuahua.
Really? You like it? You like the little time?
No, I can hate the little dogs, but I threatened to swap him for one because I have to use a carrier bag to pick up after him.
I bet.
Fucking ridiculous.
Yes.
He's like an elephant. I swear to God, he's like an elephant.
Fucking wheelbarrow to pick up after his poop, right?
I love it, so I don't like the little ratty dogs.
I feel you, man. See, that's right. That's what a dog is. You know, a dog's a dog to me. Hey, look, different strokes. I get all that shit, right? That's just me personally. I like the big doggies. Give me one I can wrestle with.
You go look on my Twitter. There should be a picture of him.
Oh yeah.
I've got Instagram as well.
All right, and I do have. If you're interested, guys, I've got all of Laura's links down there. Everything. Insta, Twitter, of course, YouTube, Patreon, and PayPal. Give this lady some love. You know, and if you're feeling double generous, give me some love, man. You know, it feels good, even if there's a small donation.
Good love.
Yeah, it is. It is. All right. So, what sport would you think it would be the funniest if to add mandatory alcohol consumption to?
Oh, horse racing.
Horse races.
Yeah.
Get the horses drunk and shit. No shit. Well, all right, so I was thinking this earlier, man. I'm glad I wrote it down. Have you ever sent a text message to the wrong person?
Yes, a few times.
What's the most embarrassing text you've ever sent?
Probably one that was meant to go to an ex-boyfriend and went to a good friend of mine. Luckily, she was a good friend of mine. Yeah, I'm not going to say what it was, but yeah, it was pretty drastic.
Was it typed in anger?
No, it was typed in pure lust.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it was very embarrassing.
Yeah.
Embarrassing.
Yeah. Sorry, Grandma. All right, so and what about what's the most imaginative insult you've ever come up with?
Oh God, that's a hard one to answer as well because I'm usually drunk.
I bet you're fucking good at that.
They just fly out.
You can hurl one.
Just fly out insults at people
You,
constantly. So
you,
yeah,
yeah,
um,
you seem like to me like you like pugilistic romance, right?
yeah.
You can be verbally pugilistic, I think, and you know have a nice rapport that's kind of hot.
I'm
Don't you
actually
think?
very shy. Like behind the scenes, I'm a very anxious person, and I'm very shy. But
Right?
like I said, it's like a mask. So I'm a very mouthy. I'm a mouthy bitch, basically. On my mouth. But I like being like that and feeling like that. But when you're on your own and you're in your own thoughts, it's hard to be like that. So yeah,
Right.
it's quite difficult.
So, what's the least sexy name you ever heard?
Frank. Don't even know why, but Frank.
Yeah, yeah. I kind of I kind of get that. Um, so, how many chickens would it take to kill an elephant?
What the fuck is that?
I told you you're gonna be. These are the irate specials now. I'm pulling some deep ones here.
I'll go with 80.
There you go. So, all right, would you rather win an Olympic medal, an Academy Award, or a Nobel Peace Prize, or just Nobel Prize? Period.
A Nobel Prize.
Hmm.
At least
Anything-
hopefully you're achieving something good with it.
There you go. If peanut butter wasn't called peanut butter, what would they call it?
Crunchy nuts.
Crunchy nuts. I like that. What's the funniest Wi-Fi name you've ever seen?
Spank your monkey. Yeah.
I love those good names. It's like I live in an apartment complex, so I see a shitload of funny ones. Let's see. So, all right. We went to the insult thing. That's right. I asked that. All right, folks. If you've got any questions for Laura Lee, go ahead and cue them up. Please put a question mark before and after. All right, and while we're waiting on those to come up, who would you say is a criminally undersubbed YouTuber that you think needs to be more to be more
You,
out there?
obviously.
See, I don't know how to answer it when people say that. You know. All right. What's your? Who's somebody else?
Somebody else.
Thank you.
Lucy Luxor.
Okay. Fair enough. Lucy Luxor.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, if Lucy Luxor DMs me on Twitter, I would like to talk to her. Maybe getting her on here and doing this. All right. So, all right, who's a YouTuber that you think is really way overhyped? Right?
Oh, PewDiePie.
PewDiePie?
Yeah,
Okay.
way overhyped.
What do you think about all this, the stuff that's happened recently? Do you know about the Onision thing and?
No.
Yeah. So basically, Onision was being visited by Chris Hansen, who's this guy that used to be on network television and is now on YouTube for some reason. And his deal was tracking down and helping expose pedophiles, right?
Right.
And so he's going after this dude for grooming, and he had interviewed all these victims, and so he went out there to visit him, and nothing happened. He gets says he wants to file a restraining order, but when he gets to court, he decides not to. I don't know. It's just some stupid shit.
Well,
But I think Onision is an overrated YouTuber. And that's
Don't know.
That's for the record. Yeah. Well, you're lucky. I'll put it that way. I'll say that. All right. So talk about your content. You got any new thing coming in the works?
Oh no, not as yet. I'm going to be sticking to the lives for a while. I will be getting back onto my subscription boxes, though. I do a lot of subscription boxes and wish hauls. So there's an app that a lot of people know about, which is Wish. And rather than people going and buying things and not knowing what they're getting, I'll buy the stuff, review it, and then if they want to still go and buy it, they can.
Right.
So yeah, and then obviously I got into the live streaming, and I absolutely love doing the live streaming. So I've been doing a hell of a lot of that recently.
So, all right, so what you're talking about is you're talking about doing unboxings, right?
Unboxings, yeah.
Are you getting? So are you getting like a, there's like a sci-fi box, you can pay for every month, or something about comic books, or whatever somebody's into. There's some kind of boxing thing that what all do you look for?
The ones that I go for are the beauty subscription boxes. Obviously, you get a lot more value in what you get in the box and what you pay for it. So I'm really into like makeup and stuff. So obviously, I hide behind it a lot. So yeah, that's the type of boxes that I go for, the beauty subscription boxes.
I would say you're a proper lady, and that's why.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes.
Have you seen me?
Yeah, man. You're all right. You're all right, man. So, all right. Cue the questions up, people. I think there's like maybe even up to a minute delay.
Yeah, they usually. Well, there is on StreamYards. But not on StreamYards.
Well, it's the new interface, right? You have to hit like stream, right? And,
I think so, yeah.
And I had never had any problems.
StreamYards, I think the only problem I've got with that is they should bring in a co-host option.
Oh yeah, you think so?
I get very, very drunk and pass out, and I need people to take over.
Well, you just leave it open.
Yeah, well, yeah, I usually do, and then I wake up with my face in a kebab, and my live stream's still going.
Oh. Face in a kebab. Oh, that imagery.
Well, I think that particular night was me and a litre bottle of Jack Daniels and a live stream. Never a good mix.
Whoa.
I hosted half of it in just my bra, so that was quite amusing. Yeah.
I dig your sense of freedom.
Yeah,
it's
cool.
Cool.
I did. I felt liberated.
That's nice. So, do you ever watch any? Do you know who That Poppy is?
No.
Okay. I'm trying to figure. Do you like, what other stuff do you watch on YouTube? Do you watch mostly makeup stuff channels?
I watch all sorts. I like Mr. Beast. I love the stuff that he does because he goes and helps everybody. I like Phase Rug, all the challenges that he does. I like beauty people like Nikki's tutorials. Yeah, I like a bit of everything, really. I'm into a bit of everything.
Nice.
That sounded wrong, didn't it? But yeah.
No, not at all. No, that sounded like it made sense to me. TribuCast asks, how many midgets can you take on in a fight and kill and win? I mean, not kill.
I've never fought a load of midgets, but if you pay me enough, I'll try it.
Oh, Lordy. Meme says you get more viewers while asleep. You want to respond to that?
It's true for one stream, memes. Yeah. At least I don't use other people's pictures for clickbait. Hey, memes.
Didn't he?
Constantly
I
use
saw
mine for
that.
clickbait.
Yeah, I did. It worked too. I clicked on it. I'd be an idiot to say if I think every male wants to stare at an attractive face, attractive lady's face. I think it's hardwired in us.
Come and watch me then.
I think.
Hear that snoring in the background, by the way, that's my dog, not me.
Oh, yeah?
I haven't fallen asleep again.
I can barely hear it.
Good.
So what's going on? What's this music? Okay.
It'll start with 23 midgets. Oh, wow.
and keep adding.
Throw it there every now and again.
Man. All right. I'm just trying to trigger this thing. It's not acting right on me. Don't like it. Laura, do you ever watch scam baiting?
Yeah, I do. I like IRL Rosie and Trilogy Media. They're brilliant. And Trilogy Media are hilarious. Rosie does like voices to bait the telephone scammers. Like she does the Alexa voice and the Siri voice, and she does them so well. It's amazing.
I bet that's funny as shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I've been known to.
Mayonnaise does Laura think she's eaten in her life? Not flipping many. I don't like the stuff.
Yeah, is mayonnaise a thing in the UK?
Yeah, people love to have it with chips, fries.
Oh, yeah. It's like,
I'm not keen on the stuff.
So scam baiting. I know this person called Captain Corrosive, and she's funny as hell. I've got a couple of scam bait videos out there on my channel. If you want to dig deep enough.
Oh, yeah, I'll have to look.
Some of the bitches called me for 4 years trying to sell me. They're still doing it. A warranty to a car that was totaled like 10 years ago.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? You would think it's like he keeps, you know what I'm saying? No. I think
ridiculous.
I fucked with one guy and he said he was going to make sure that I get calls until the day I die. So I said, fuck it, whatever. So I have fun with them now. Yeah, Ismail is good too, man. At the scam
Just
bait.
added you into now.
Yeah, it's good people.
And I've hit you both. Taters and mayo, that is gross. No way. Taters and gravy, yeah. Definitely. With a big fat steak next to it.
That sounds Haitian. Fries and mayo? What the fuck? That's a European thing, dude.
Yeah. There's a lot of people in England that like that, but I think it's gross.
Well, and then there's a kind of mayonnaise mustard combo, right? That they have.
Ew. Yeah.
Yeah.
What the hell is that called? I don't even know what it's called, but it's gross.
Yeah.
Mustard sauce.
Yeah. I like mustard is meant for pork. Just my personal, opinion.
I like to put a bit of it on steak as well. English mustard.
Yeah. I would say, I like a boiled horseradish. Just bust.
Oh, that's some spicy stuff.
Yeah, clear out those sinuses. We can smell every bit of that steak and just gnarl it down.
Oh, stop it.
Have you eaten yet for the evening?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, cool. I love spicy sriracha mayo with fries. Functional, how's it going? That's right. All right. Blue ink crazy.
Hey, Blue.
Hey, Blue. Is that a buddy of yours?
Yeah, I know.
Welcome aboard.
He follows me about.
That's cool.
It's one of my little stalkers.
Yeah. Well, that's going to happen. And that's something that we really didn't touch into is like, what dating's like. In this day and age, right?
Yeah.
And the fact that if you're Twitter and you're public, now that is the magic
go out.
sound. Yes.
If you're anxiety, it's extremely difficult. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever dated people online, or do you just prefer to meet people in the flesh?
Yeah, my ex I met online. I actually met him on Facebook, and he lived in the same town as me, and we went for a drink, and we were together for 4 years. So yeah, that worked out for 4 years.
Right.
Yeah, and then one of his exes came back into town, and he thought that he'd be better with her. So yeah, bye. See you later.
Yeah, little rebound fucktards.
Oh yeah.
And half the time that they won't tell you they're on the rebound, and that's not fair. That's not a good thing. Looks like we got something in the Scream Labs. Welcome aboard, craft beer. Indeed.
Yep.
Sweet. So it's got to get. I'm on a lot of hard questions here. You got any questions
for my channel that's come over? Don't forget to subscribe to IRATE and smash his like button.
Ooh, smash my button.
Smash that button.
Oh, I'm not going to touch that with a 10-foot pole.
You can tell I'm getting chilled now. Some nice medicinal cigarettes.
Nice. Well, thanks again. I got another. It looks like we got another subscription. Blue, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
With Laura dating an extremely white guy with green hair, I'm asking for a friend. No, probably not. Not if you look like your profile picture. That would be rather freaky.
Trippy? Trippy's not ugly. He's not. Yeah, he's not a bad looking guy. Yeah, he and I do a show on Friday nights, early Saturday morning. I guess technically because it's midnight. We do like a news thing.
Just added you, Trippy.
Yeah. Well, cool. So, come on, throw us out a couple more questions and we're going to have to wrap it up, people. What is the most popular brand of cigarette in England? That's a good question.
I would say probably Marlboro.
The Reds or the White Pack?
The Reds.
There you go. Marlboro Reds in the box, man. That's what I used to smoke.
Blue hair's good. I'm not bothered what colour people's hair is. I mean, I change mine all the time.
Yeah.
What's racist? Because I don't like your green hair. No, it's not because of your green hair. It's because you look like a cartoon clown, and I don't fancy waking up getting fucked by a cartoon clown.
Well, there it is. Shit. Whoa.
Dude.
Oh, man.
Dude.
You like that? And here's Trippy.
I do like sucking dick.
Well,
Straight from, do you know who Mr. Medicare is? The guy whose voice that is. King and Queen stacking. Say it again. I'm sorry.
I was just reading Trippy's comment. Oh, you're in the West Midlands, Ismail. I'm in Blackpool.
Killer.
Put that dick down now! Put that
Sorry.
dick down now!
I didn't know you could see me. I'll put my vibrator away.
Oh, yike.
Get the fuck back!
I don't know how to answer this. You're blushing me. And man, thank you so much, people, for the subscriptions. It's been weird making it from 820 to 850. It was like back and forth, boom, 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 boom. It's ridiculous. I'm serious. I don't want to get into it, but YouTube is being nice to me currently. I don't know why. I guess they're gonna set me up. They're setting me up.
Yeah.
They just set me up, man. So when I get,
you should pin foil on your head and start running about naked. Won't be able to catch you. I know I did not invent being racist against hair. You tool.
Yeah, it's like I choose to shave my head because I don't want to look like a monk, right?
My brother has been like that since he was 26, with like the hair around the sides and the back and not in the middle.
Right. Yeah.
He went bald really early.
Yeah, exactly. I've similar deal here, and I started shaving it back when the only people shaving their head was like Michael Jordan. Some of the guys know who that is. You know who he is, Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Basketball guy. Yeah.
Basketball player. Yep.
Basketball. Hey Hannibal, that's right. I got like a really cool soundboard here. So it's got some. How about this one?
Dude, we should all aspire to be Keanu Reeves.
That's a direct quote from Joe Rogan. If you take one of his things and just isolate his sentences and just listen to them, they're the funniest fucking thing. It could be really entertaining. I might need to do that.
I would love to watch a film with you. That would be so cool.
Yeah. Well, occasionally I'll have viewing parties on my Discord. That's another reason to join the old Discord there, people. And if you need a link, I'll send it to you. Anywho, I'm out of questions. I really am. It's just,
I don't expect very long answers, do I?
No, it's been fantastic. I just, I didn't realize that we would take a couple of going a couple directions I wasn't prepared for. Which that's on me. I should have done my homework a little bit better. I apologize for that. So people, coming up in the next couple of weeks, we got Dax Orion will be in this chair next week, and then after him, it'll be Sora Luna. Both of them from the Minions of the Zoo group, and on the 16th of February, Stone Mexican guy is going to join us, and we're going to try not to troll him. Yeah, he's like, this dude trolls like a motherfucker. Rabbit bitch. What does that mean, man? Well, anyway. So if you don't have any other anything else to say right now, then let's go ahead and wish everybody a good afternoon, a good evening, and
Good
move
night.
on. That's right. On behalf of myself, I want to thank you, Laura, for coming out. Is that okay if I call you Laura? Just
Yeah, of course, yeah.
all right, cool. My name's John. A lot of people know that, so you don't have to.
Okay. Hello, John.
Yeah. And on that note, like I said, next Friday, it'll be time for the Creem stream. Up to no good. I don't know. We're gonna look for some cringe. We'll find it. Just saying. All right. And on the third note, let's say goodbye. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Every week on Friday, midnight Eastern, the Creem stream, the weekly world news for YouTube. Sundays, 5 p.m. Eastern, the ice cream interviews, fascinating people, fascinating people. Thursdays, 8 p.m. Eastern, hot takes with the Butter Baron, watching horrible shit so you don't have to. Subscribe to IRATE Prostate now.